Hello, welcome to the Power of Three and me. My name's Amber. This is your first time here. It's April 2026. This is a time travel reading. It's going to be a little different because we got a little more Oracle. We're going to use Oracle for the main spread. And I mean, let's face it, people might not be happy where they're at, but that doesn't mean that everybody wants to go in the same direction, I guess we'll say. Um, but we're just going to see what comes out. It's a collective reading. It's for everybody. So just reminding you to like and subscribe because as usual, YouTube's at it again. And that as soon as the subscriptions start going up, they just start taking away. Sometimes the same day. Like for some reason, they just won't let me get past a certain number. So anyway, just double check and make sure you're subscribed if you think you are. And maybe unsubscribe and then resubscribe and personalize it so that you make sure they get the videos and hit the like button or leave in the comments why you would not like to hit the like button or what you don't like about the channel. Because it would be good for me to know. And everything is free. So thank you so much for those of you that do. So let's get started with this time travel reading and see what comes out for the collective's highest good. That's why we're here. So, it's not going to resonate with everybody. Take what you can, take what good advice you can in any way, in a general way. And hopefully, if it does resonate with you, you get the advice you need to see how the collective is feeling at this point. The Comforter, which is the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, he shall teach you all things. Being taught all things, not just some things, not you see how that's contradictory to not questioning God whatsoever? Kind of puts you in a very submissive position, and yet Jesus is here to teach you all things. Um, I think people just glaze over that and they just keep connecting it to the Father, but like Jesus told the disciples, you don't know who I am. You really don't. They were following the biblical rules, and Jesus was here to tell us the truth. But it was suppressed and buried just like this channel. So we're using the time travel for the overall energy. So let's see what comes out. Usually we use this for the main spread, but this different this month. For whatever reason, we're using the sacred destiny for the main spread. So it might individualize it a little more. Just give us one overall energy from the time travel. Thank you so much. That's a handful. But I hope this video finds you well, wherever you are. It's number 26. Oh, magic. Glastonbury, Britain. Ooh. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It's like it's like the Ace of Cups, really. What it is, it's like a pillar, and then that is like a giant gold cup on the top. Magic. See? You see how I was kind of beaking off there a little bit, right? Because but it's like the answer is right in plain sight under people's nose and they go right over it over and over again. Magic. I like this. It's like the ace. And there's also a knight back there. I don't, you guys probably can't see it, but I'm going to put my finger on it. But he's right there and he's sitting on his horse. He's just sitting there. It's like maybe people might be wanting to do exactly what I'm saying. And that's maybe kind of go back and start at the beginning and read it different this time. You know what I mean? Which is cool. That's great. Supporting energy is coming from them, and this is starting to make sense now. The Soul Helper Oracle. Kind of reflects upon Jesus, doesn't it? And his presence here for his short 33 years. But see, when they say he's within us, it's not through the biblical way. He came to tell us the truth. We're all we're like him. We are him. You're me, I am you. But you see, it's how you say it. And, maybe you guys have noticed, people's word salads lately, in answering nothing. Uh, It's so easy to take a meaning and just say it a different way and attach something to it for it to take on a completely different meaning of one it was never intended. Let's see what comes out of the soul helper for the supporting energy for the collective, all signs, April 2026. Hmm. Whoa, whoa. Okay, that wasn't a good idea. Okay. Oh, wow. You cast a spell with your existence. Magic flows brightly and radiantly within you. Wow. You see, that is the truth. But when you're born, what are you told? What does the Bible tell you? What does God say? You're crap. You're sin. You're crap. You're just, you need me. You're just, and Jesus is like, no, you're like me. This is amazing energy. Wow. Okay. I'm excited now to see what's going to come out of this sacred destiny. So again, you might just find you fall under one. That's fine. And we'll have a bottom energy as well. Or you might resonate with all of it. Just again, take what applies to you, if at all. For the collective in our time travel. Number one is fulfillment. And that is a peach. Peachy, peachy keen. Like somebody feels fulfilled now that they know that. Now that they know that they are the magic. The radiance is you. It's not God, it's you. That radiance is within you. And that is a very fulfilling feeling to know the truth. Boy, and the truth shall set you free. Wonders, see? Again, you have to question something, right? And eventually, when something starts to rub you raw, because it's just not, somebody can say it till they're blue in the face, it doesn't make it right. So when you start questioning things and wondering things, and that's a nice, huge piece of amethyst, right? Because again, that gives me the feeling of the same fulfillment. You cast the spell, you're the existence. The amethyst is protection. So once you know the truth, you know you're protected. You are protection. You are the radiance. You are the source. One more, please. What did I just say? Go back just a couple seconds ago. And the truth shall set you free. I just said that. Freedom. Freedom. This is outstanding energy. Thank you so much, Collective. Oh, I needed this. Bottom of the deck. This is almost getting funny at this point. Like, you know, enlightenment. This is very awesome energy. Like it's like the collective is getting it finally. Some of you, right? You're getting it. You're going back. You're doing your homework. You're digging in. You're asking questions. You're lining things up. Two and two, 2 plus 3 does not add up to 4, right? Like the numbers don't add up. Things just don't vibe right. Enlightenment at the bottom. It's amazing. Okay, we're clarifying with this is called let me just show it to you. This is the double major tarot deck. That's what it looks like. That's the box. So there's two of everything. One is the standard traditional, what you're used to seeing, and then the other is not. So it's be interesting. Clarifying for the collective. Time travel. So for some of you in the time travel aspect, some of you wonder what the heck's going on here in the middle, but some of you are looking just to be at that time where you were free. You want a time where you feel free and fulfilled. That time, maybe there was a brief time in your life or a time in history where people felt free and fulfilled. Again, it's going to apply differently for everybody. Let's see what comes out under fulfillment for the Sun card. Sun, happiness, clarity, brightness. It's amazing energy. Amazing. Wonders. The chariot. But this one here, the chariot's not moving. The emperor's in it. Okay, you're in charge. You know what you want to do, but maybe you don't know how to get going on it. Okay, the lion is just kind of laying there right now because maybe you're just like this is under wonders. So when you're wondering something, you're kind of it's kind of like a hangman in a sense. You're trying to get a little more enlightenment on. Okay, well, what do I do now? I'm wondering. I know this now. What do I do with this information? What do I do with this newfound wonder? Right? I mean, you're ready. I mean, this gives me a sense of being ready to move forward, but you wonder how, where, like there's just, there's so much more to know. Where do you get started? Under freedom, the Empress, the Empress, freedom, free to nurture yourself and others, free to give birth and feel like you're not bringing a child into the seventh circle of hell and telling them that that's, you're a bad little kid. I don't know. Here, King of Wands here, but not the traditional. He's not, this is kind of procrastinating energy right now. Somebody knows that things have to change, but they're not really sure what to do, basically. Maybe some of you are distracting yourself too much through this wonder energy, getting sidetracked down rabbit holes, as an example, where there was a main source focus that you were supposed to stick with and move forward from there. But there's so many distractions once you get started at whatever particularly it is for you in this time travel reading. Because again, that's why we're doing it this way, because it's going to be different for everybody. But this still seems to be an enveloping energy that, yes, it goes together. So hopefully you are vibing with the whole thing and not just one part. But again, it's like climbing a stairs, and figuring out how to do it, because maybe there's a question at every stair. But people that have started before you that are already up here on the 10th step, and maybe you're only on the third step, so you haven't gotten that far yet. Okay, this is going to be maybe, well, we're using this double deck, okay? It is two decks combined of the where and who, okay? How this is going to help us, I don't know. But that's what we were called to use for this reading. But where is significant, I guess, as I'm hearing, because it's a time travel reading. So where might be very significant if it comes out for you. And then the who, because maybe for some of you, it's something or somebody that you want to go back to where you were fulfilled. It might be a person and not a place. Okay, let's start with magic and you. Isn't that awesome? Let's go back there. The Comforter, which is the Holy Spirit, is going to teach you all things. And here's magic, and you cast a spell with your existence. That just, and now my ears ringing. That just blows my mind. Okay, let's get one on that overall energy. Whether it's who or where, I see it, it's where. Post office, mail delivery, written correspondence, package tracking. So, some of you might be, ordering up something because it's going to help you get started at, again, fill in that blank of where you're at or what specifically it is you're questioning or working on or doing. But I feel like it's a whole, let's go back to the beginning of time, what really is supposed to be happening with us? Is this right? And again, people's religions and how they're brought up, it's all going to be a little different. So I don't want to narrow in on one specific thing. The Sun card, please, under fulfillment. Again, we got a who this time, a reader. Well, this is a guy who's reading a book. So again, you could be a tarot reader, but you might be just somebody that really, like, you might have just ordered like a bunch of novels. Okay. I don't know, take it how it applies. Or maybe you're just somebody that really likes to read. Um, Seeker of knowledge, knowledge pursuer, explorer of information with clarity, the sun, and fulfillment. But again, I feel like a lot of you, it could be the Bible itself, where it's like, okay, I know I've read it or I've grown up hearing it and knowing it and blah blah blah, but I'm gonna read it with a different. I'm gonna read it for a different reason, and I'm gonna reread it and read those words differently. Those ones that maybe you gloss over because it's just what it says, but you're being honest with yourself now, flat out, full stop. That doesn't make sense. So reading it again, reading the words and verses around it to see, yeah, if I take that literally, it doesn't make sense. Jesus is saying this, and for some reason, it's you got to remember it's not written. It's written by people. And how many times has things been changed, altered, things taken out, books taken out, and hidden? Like, anyway, it's something that you have to question on your own. It can't be done by me. It can't be done by anybody else. People can raise you in a religion, they can raise you with beliefs, and who you truly, truly are will never, ever go away. Uh, and some of you just can't not answer that call anymore. You have to know. You have to know. And so you shall know. The chariot, which is the one that's not moving yet, under wonders, please. We have security guard, patrol keeper, watchman, service provider. So maybe that's why this chariot isn't moving forward yet because you still feel heavily guarded in your life and the people around you where they're going to be looking at you like, where are you going? Like, why are you doing that? Why are you saying that? Why do you think that now? Um, again, there's a lot of blanks to be filled in there, and it's going to be different for everybody, but that's what I'm getting off this. It's like, it's a big deal to change your viewpoint, especially on something like that. But when you are honest with yourself, okay, and don't suppress those questions just because you feel guarded and guided to do so because you're told so, but it doesn't make any sense and it doesn't feel right. It wouldn't feel right if a person was asking you to do those things, but yet a very loving, almighty, powerful God asked you to do it, and oh, okay. Just like he asked people to go sacrifice their kids. Like the horrendous things about God are just mind-blowingly evil. The only goodness is ever been Jesus, and he came to tell us the truth, and they stomped all over that too. And when you think about it, it makes perfect sense. Really, it does. When you, it just does. And the more you find the truth, you can't unsee the truth, you can't unknow the truth, and you just want to know the truth. And then everything going on around you is like, well, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, because yeah, I'm not going to waste my time, thinking along those lines anymore. I'm going to figure this shit out. Basically, this is the energy I'm picking up on. Empress. And it's like I'm not worried about offending anybody anymore, where you were before with this security guard here. Yeah, oh, this is awesome. With the Empress under freedom, you guys are gonna shit when you see what come out here. Soldier with the big, beautiful American flag. I'm personally in Canada, but guardian of nations, loyalty, honor, integrity, selfless service. And this is something that you're doing for yourself. Standing up, like seeking the truth, fighting for the truth, just like a soldier would fight for the country they love. Wow. And freedom, right? Like you see that American flag, freedom, like this is just mind boggling, mind blowing energy. Let's see what's at the bottom of this deck. Frigid realm, icy wilderness, Arctic wanderers, which we've got wander and or wonder, and polar extremes. Polar extremes. Yeah. Like it's like you were brought up in this realm and it's like, that something about this just isn't right. Why is it always like this no matter what I do, no matter how much I pray or bow or whatever it is you do? Why is it always like this? Why is it always calling for, you know what I mean? When, what have we got here under fulfillment with reader? The sun, not frigid realm, the sun, magic. You think the powers that be, especially God Himself, want you to know the truth? No, because then you wouldn't be bowing down to Him saying, oh, I need you for this, that, and the other thing, when Jesus was here to tell you you don't. But then we know what happened to Him too, don't we? Okay, guys. Um, we're going to close this out with the Work Your Light Oracle, which again makes perfect sense now. Because again, I'm called to it comes to me what is next. I just stand there and I pull the decks I'm called to pull. Okay, I always start with the overall energy and it just, how it works, right? All right. Closing energy, supporting or that's closing energy for the collective to take away from this reading and close this energy out safely. Now that I've spit that out, thank you. Leak. You go first, the universe will catch you. And again, I think this is what a lot of you guys have done, or are in the midst of doing, or are going to do any minute now, because you just can't not do it. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of this energy collective. I don't know what else to say. I would hope that you would support me in this channel just by hitting the like button, making sure you're subscribed. That's it. It's free. And again, thank you for your time and your energy here, because it's been a right pleasure. It's not very often you ever get a reading like this. So I don't know. I'll see you again for I don't know what's next yet, but take care of yourself, guys, till I do see you again for another one. Bye for now.